Bethenny is just saying so recklessly that like Ariana must have forgiven Tom because they still live together, or at least she's forgiven him enough to still live together. And like, this is just, so Ariana said like, nope, that's not true. But like, the reason that this is so frustrating is because Bethenny had literally went through like 10-12 years of divorce, and she had to live with her ex for a long time, because like, if you leave, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know the like specifics of it, but like, if you leave, rights, like, they basically can keep the place. Like, you know how difficult it is to split up assets and go through that type of thing. And like, Bethenny also just kept diminishing the fact that, you know, they weren't married and they didn't have kids. And it's just like that, like, okay, you were married and you went through this, but like, you went through such a horrible, you know, ending of a relationship, and it's just so messy and just like not okay that you are now trying to paint this picture for someone else. Like,
no, exactly. And
that's
knows
just better.
She should know better. And that's just it. That's something that like Ariana brings up in the podcast today, is that like she has her own financial situation. She's trying to sort herself out. She has a lawyer. She has a financial advisor. She has one other thing. She had 3 things. Whatever that last one was, an accountant, something like that. You know, she's opening a restaurant. She's like, yes, she has a bunch of commercial deals and all this stuff, but like, that money isn't guaranteed forever. That is like one-time payments. Like, she's setting herself up for success. And even if she does want to one day move, like, it should be on her own terms. And even when they bought the house, I think it was like season 7, when they were purchasing the house, she was like, this is my house, like, I want to live here. If Tom and I ever break up, because they like, there was a whole conversation about the fact that they like weren't married and were they ever going to get married, whatever. She's like, if Tom and I ever break up, like, this is my house, I am staying in this house. Because she already knew at that point that like, this is where she wanted to be. And in the podcast today, she also says like, you know, I have an aging cat and I have a dog, and this is their home, and like, this is where they live. And cats are very like territorial, and they're weird, and if you can't just like move them lightly, right? Like, they don't just move from place to place. Like, they're very much like creatures of habit, of their space, and you don't just like do that.
And like, why are we not talking about how like Tom won't
should
leave?
move out.
Like, Tom is like, you cheated, you should move out. Like, plus, why are people getting mad at Ariana and talking about her financials? Like,
and like, why should she be the one that leave? He's the one that wrecked the home. He should be the one that leaves. And didn't Rachel also say that she had given him a key? She'd given him a key to her apartment when she left. So like, he technically would have been able to like stay somewhere else, but he chose to be a dickhead and stay in the house. So I think Ariana shouldn't leave.
The new takeaway of this podcast is just like, Sandoval still sucks. And so does Bethenny.